Hi, and welcome to DCS, Digital Combat Simulator. We're going to show the AGM-65F Maverick, the A-18C Hornet, do a cold and dark start on a carrier, and show a landing using ILS and TACAN. So let's get started. We're going to click on Mission Editor on the right. Right click on the screen to move around. If it doesn't start up looking like this, it will look like this. Left click on the map and click OK. Choose a location, and then 3 down is a picture of a ship. Left click that and click on the map. Change the type to John C. Stennis. Change the unit name to C-74. Under here it says activate TACAN. If it doesn't show it, I'll show you how to bring it up. You're always making sure you've got advanced waypoint actions clicked. Then click add, perform command, and do activate TACAN. Change the channel to 74. And change the unit to C-74. Now this unit, C-74, has to match this unit name up here, C-74. Click add, perform command, activate ICLS, and we'll change the channel to 10. Unit to C-74. Now that's done, on the left of the screen, click on the plane, scroll down and change it to the FA-18C Lot 20. Click on the map, then click on skill, go down to player. If player is not an option, it's because you haven't clicked on the map. We're then going to change the type to takeoff from ramp. You can do takeoff from parking hot if you want the engine started, but we're going to do a cold and dark start. Cold and dark start is takeoff from ramp. We're then going to put some ground units down. We'll change the country to Russia, and we'll leave the armor as APC BTR-80. You're just clicking the picture of the tank on the left to bring that up, and then left click on the map, and that will place the tank. Again, left click on now the tank, and left click on the map. So we've got 2 now on the island. We might be able to also add in an air refueling. So we'll click on the plane, change it to USA, KC-130, left click on the map, left click on the map again. Now we're ready to go. The next step for us is going to be to start the mission. You can save it if you like by clicking File and Save, but we're just going to click the green button and click Yes. First thing we're going to do is push F2 on the keyboard to jump to the external view. Hit fly. F2, we're going to get rid of the wheel chocks. You're pushing the slash above the enter key on the keyboard, so from the top left to the bottom right. Up pops the menu in the top right, hit F8 for ground crew, F4 for wheel chocks, and F2 to remove.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Now we'll push F1 on the keyboard.
Copy.
But before we do, I might get rid of the labels. Push left, shift, and F10 on the keyboard to get rid of them. Now pushing F1 to jump into the cockpit. We're going to zoom in here. To move around your view, hold down left Alt and C, and then left Alt and C to go back. So we're going to scroll down to here, right click on battery, left click on the ejection seat. Down here we've got radar, OPR, right click it twice, INS, change it to CV. CV is for carrier, GND is for when you're on a runway on the ground. We're going to quickly turn around these knobs, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Just holding down the left mouse button, moving the mouse upwards and then letting go. Close the canopy, left control and C on the keyboard. You can push F2 and watch it close. We've got the wings, right click it twice, and then use the mouse scroll wheel to lock it into place. Go over to the left side. We're going to turn on the APU and the engine crank. So right click once and right click once for the right engine. Hold down right shift and home, and hold down right alt and home. Go towards the back. We've got OB OGS, right click it once. Up here we've got two buttons, position and formation. Hold down left mouse button, move the mouse up and let go. Hold down left mouse button, move mouse up and let go. Up here we've got flaps, just right click that once. Do not release the parking brake until both engines are started. I'm just going to click this to twice to the right, this one twice to the right, this switch here all the way around, this switch here all the way around. Go down to the joystick, you can push delete on the keyboard or you can left click this space. But we'll go back to here and get the left engine started, left click once, go back to here. We're going to spin this all the way around, so right click all the way around to there, right click this once, and left click once here. We'll set a bingo, we'll start the timer. I'm going to go up to here, I'm going to click on bit, so the middle button, then bit, hit FCS-MC, left click once, hold down Y on the keyboard, keep the letter Y held down and left click once on FCS. It'll change to in test. We can hit F2 and we can see the test are underway. Push F1 again. We're going to push menu. Menu again, FCS, left click once. All of the X's are here. Go over to the left click on reset, and then click on rudder trim once. We'll go back to here and we'll see STAB12. Hold down right control and full stop. Keep the right control held down and keep tapping the full stop. And this number will change. We're going to change it to 16. You can now see 16 there. Down the bottom middle, you'll see a timer. It's a bit hard to read, so left click once and left click again. It will go green. This timer here, when it will eventually say a word next to it, OK. When it does, we're going to switch this twice over to nav. So at the moment it's still in countdown. I'm going to set up the TACAN. Left click once here, click on. Now it says on and put in 74, enter. TACAN is set, ILS, left click once. You're going to click on, and then we're going to make the number 10 and push enter. You can check it just by left clicking TACAN and ILS, TACAN. You can box it down here by left clicking on TACAN and ILS, but we're just going to wait for this to finish before we do. I'm going to go up to stores and just bring up the stores page. As you can see, there's nothing at the moment. To equip the plane, hold down left alt and apostrophe button, which is next to the enter key. Up pops this. We're going to change our livery. We're going to give the plane some missiles and a fuel tank. So you just right click in here, go to fuel tank, right click here, air to air. I'll give it some AIM-120Cs, AIM-120C. We can put on Mavericks, so we're going to go down to missiles, AGM-65F, AGM-65F, and that is now all done. We can change it to a few more flares, and we can click OK.
Request refueling.
So now that's underway.
Request rearming. Copy.
We'll bring this screen here over to HSI,
Refueling complete.
and we'll bring this screen here over to our HUD. We're going to release the parking brake. Now the plane will start moving once this number is at 72, so if you want to figure, about 71, 72 and the plane will start moving. At the moment the throttle is all the way to the bottom, so it's not going to move anyway. If the plane isn't moving, move the throttle up and then bring it back again. So we now have got an OK on here. So we're going to change this switch all the way to nav. our rearming is complete, so our plane now has the missiles, and we're going to start taxiing. So hit F2 on the keyboard, just bring your throttle up a little bit. That will be enough. Push W on the keyboard for brakes. Hold down S on the keyboard and then tap X and Z on the keyboard to make the plane turn. And you're wanting to bring the plane up to around here. Now if you don't hold down S, the plane won't turn as sharply. So it's very useful when you're on the carrier deck to hold down S and then tap Z and X for left and right. You want the plane to be about here. Bring your throttle back to nothing. Push F1 to jump inside. You're going to go down to here, launch bar, left click it once, push F2, and then push U on the keyboard, the letter U for universe, and the plane will hook up. So we're ready to take off, push F1, and what we're going to do is just put the throttle to full. The plane will take off, push G on the keyboard and F on the keyboard to bring the gear up and to set the flaps to the auto position. You can also click down here and it says flap auto. So we're just going to go back to now our store page. We're going to arm the missile, air to ground. We're going to click Mav. And we're going to work out the direction of the island. We can pretty much work it out by pushing F10. Go up to here for ruler. Right click on the map, you've got a black line. Now with this line, up the top it will tell you which heading you're heading towards and the direct distance. So to go in this direction, it's going to be 249. To keep the black line there permanently, just you right click once more. So we're going to now change our heading to 249. Excellent, and we're going in the right direction. Just check by pushing F10 on the keyboard. And we can see it's still about 249. So we'll try and get our Mav set up. You just left clicking on this once more. We then want to push right Alt and comma on the keyboard. What will happen is a little star will come up here. Now we've got a timer, so we're waiting for this timer to finish. And then we'll be able to start using them. You can set the autopilot by left clicking here and just put B alt, and we'll hold this altitude. It will also come up in the display with 2 dots. So you know it's selected when there's 2 dots just next to B alt. We can lock our TACAN and we can lock our ILS. That will give me a path back to the carrier. So our island at the moment is out there in the distance. If the carrier was moving, you could set a course heading. So you could click on your carrier, and if you knew which direction it was facing, you could set the course heading to that. To do that, you left click on this, keep it held down, and you'll notice you'll get a big line through here. We'll say C cell through here, and you could put in the direction, so we could make it 180, enter, and that line will turn towards that direction. And we now have this up, so we're going to start using it very, very soon. Just push F10 and check that we're heading in the direction we want to be heading. Hold down enter on the keyboard and you can use comma, full stop, slash and semicolon to move this around. You can cage it and uncage it by pushing C on the keyboard. We can see our island over there. We can push FOV to zoom it in. We can also zoom in our view ourselves. So our plane's going to hold steady at around this altitude. So we just need to now find our targets. Keep enter held down and move it around. We might be able to start to see it now. But they're still quite a far way away. If it was a ship, you would select ship. In this case, we're just going for these two ground targets. Hold down enter, just move it around. You can change it between white and black mode, depending on what's easier. And we can just check on the map to see how far away we are. We'll also set our speed. You can use auto throttle by just pushing T on the keyboard. So we'll go back to trying to find it. Holding down enter and then moving around. Okay, so now we found our targets. One and two. can see the island in the distance. We've now got a lock. We're going to fire. We've got the next missile ready. And we'll fire. We'll jump to the missile view. First target is destroyed. And the second target is destroyed. Just jump into the cockpit. We can turn our autopilot off. We can just quickly visually identify. We've got a battle report. 1 destroyed. And 2 destroyed. Excellent. Now, while we're here, we could consider doing a tanker refuel. We'll have a quick look at the map. You can see the KC-130 here. And we're going to head in that direction anyway, so... We can now find it on radar.
Mexico, passing waypoint 3 at 7,000.
And we've got the tanker locked up, so we can find it. We know it's at a range of 36.3. And we're flying towards it now. Our carrier is the TACAN and the ILS, and we've used our radar to find the tanker.
Mexico, in the field. 1-1. Request rejoin.
What we will do is we'll jettison tanks on the outside. I can just push the jet, and that will all be dropped. 28.4 and closing fast. We can just check our fuel. You can see the aircraft weight here. Just jump back into this handle view.
Texaco, in field 1-1. Request rejoin.
So we can now see the tanker.
Texaco, proceed to pre-contact at 7,000.
Bring our speed right back. If you need to, you can bring your speed brakes out. Just come up a little bit closer. So we've got a range of 1.2 at the moment. We can now visually see
Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact.
So out comes the tank. I'm just going to get the refueling probe out. So we'll just quickly scroll down to the left, bring the probe out, go back.
Return pre-contact.
We can turn off air to air now and put it on safe. Bring up the menu, ready pre-contact.
Return pre-contact.
Seems to be doing about 300, so we're just going to do it again. Ready pre-contact.
Return pre-contact. Ready pre-contact. Cleared contact.
Out comes.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
I'm just holding this position. If it falls out, stay relaxed and just go back in.
Contact.
Like so.
You're taking fuel.
We'll have to burn off a bit of this fuel to get our weight under 33,000 so that we can land. But we're showing we can do the air-to-air refueling as well.
Transfer complete.
Transfer complete.
Disconnect.
We'll just pull back. So that now means we have a full tank of fuel. We can go down to here, just put it on manual mode, hit F2, put off a few flares. Also, we want to bring in the drogue, so we're just going to quickly left click once here. F2. I'm just pushing D on the keyboard for the flares. Now we just want to quickly look at where we are in relation to our carrier. We're down here, we want to get to the carrier here. We can also now use our TACAN. So we've got a TACAN here, TACAN's telling us that we've got to turn this direction. So that's what we're going to do. $36,000. So let's burn some of this fuel. The way to burn the fuel is to use afterburner. $100%, 100%. You can see our fuel is going down, the weight. We can put this back on safe and turn the air-to-air mode off. We're at 35,000. We want this number to be about 33,000 or lower. Endurance of 12 at the moment. Now if you want to check that core setting of your Stennis, click on it with the left mouse button and it will show over here the heading. In this case it's just 0. $34,000. I do believe that down there on the left is the aircraft carrier. We're going for a close look and then we'll bleed off our speed. Down to 33,000. We'll ease back on our throttle. Put the air brakes out. We can check the deck. Everything's clear. Down to about 3,000. We'll start the left bank turn. Now you can bring the gear out by pushing G on the keyboard, push H on the keyboard to bring the hook out. Just check that that's happened. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to put the flaps to full. I'm just going to switch it to half for the moment. I'm going to let the distance, the TKR, go out to about 6. Here is our E bracket. And we can also use that. The information we really need now is this and this. You may find it helpful to go over to the right here and just turn on the head mounted display so that when you scroll over to the side you can still see your altitude and your speed. You can see the core setting by looking at this arrow and the line. Now we know we're a little bit to the right and we're a little bit too low. So we'll now concentrate on this information over here. And we're safely landed on the carrier. Push F2 and you can bring the hook up, pushing H. We've got the one wire. Give the throttle a little bit of a boost. And remember, you can just push Z and X on the keyboard to turn. If you want to turn more sharply, hold down S on the keyboard, then push Z and X. Tap W to brake. And we are safely landed back on the carrier. If you want to turn the engines off quickly, you can do so by hitting these two switches. We'll firstly open the canopy, left control and C. Put the parking brake on. We'll fold our wings. And we'll turn our engines off. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found some of the steps helpful. Thank you for watching. And feel free to subscribe and like this video. Have a great day.